You ever have that movie that you've seen where the public doesn't care for it, and the critics are just like, oh no, this is not cinema? Well, in this series of mine, we're going to look at the movies that I like, but no one else seems to. And this first episode is on Passengers from 2016. Now, like my other reviews, I am going to go into the pros and cons, but let's start with the story first. For those of you who don't know, the story follows Jim Preston, played by Chris Pratt, who's on an interstellar trip to another world. The problem is his hibernation pod malfunctions and he wakes up 90 years too early. Then another passenger awakens, Aurora, played by Jennifer Lawrence, and the two of them try to figure out how to get back to sleep so they can finish the journey and not die prematurely. I remember when it came out, I really loved this idea. A drama in space, the concept is pretty original. The good things here to me are in numbers. The acting is great from the two leads. I know nowadays Chris Pratt gets a lot of flack, but he is good here. And Jennifer Lawrence is excellent here too, and they both have a good chemistry together. There's also a robot bartender played by Michael Sheen, and he gets some good scenes in too. Second, the atmosphere is really great, as you really do feel like you're in the ship with nowhere to go, and the different ways the ship functions is really cool too. I also like the dark places the movie goes at times, but maybe that's what got people a little turned off by it. This is where I'm going to get into spoilers, so if you don't want to know too much more, you just stop here. The biggest thing with the advertising made it look like they both wake up, but in reality, only he does, and after a year of being alone, he wakes her up, since he sees her as an ideal match for him. This could easily get into horror or thriller territory, which could be cool, but they do play it more for drama and romance than that. Maybe if it was that she also woke up on her own, or maybe by the end the twist is he imagined her the whole time to keep from going crazy, maybe then people would have been more on board for it. There are also other characters that do pop up to raise the stakes and establish other conflict, which I didn't mind, but maybe people just really wanted it to be more about the two of them in a slightly different scenario. Plus, there was the whole controversy because Chris Pratt was married to Anna Faris, and I don't really know how much water that holds. But other than that, I don't really see a lot of the issues. I like the way that it's done. I like that it's more of a crisis of conscience that then becomes real. And then when she does find out, she is appropriately furious and sick to her stomach. And there is a part where she even tries to kill him at one point. I don't know. I like this movie, but I do acknowledge that one of the other scenarios for what's really going on probably would have been better. I still like the movie, and I don't think it deserves all the flack and hate that it gets, but, to each their own, I guess. Overall, I think it's a pretty good movie, and I definitely will watch it again. I haven't seen it in a while. Well, anyway, that's my review, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.